So we're here in Phoenix, Arizona again, and teaching the devotee care course. Anyone out there at any institution, within ISKCON, and the world, who's interested in having a devotee care course be run, please let us know. We'd love to come and run the course with you. Meanwhile, part of devotee care is self-care, and part of self-care is hearing and chanting regularly. As we were hearing this morning in a wonderful class you can find on ISKCON Phoenix YouTube or Facebook, given by none other than Bhava Bhakti Devi. We need to have a strong foundation of sadhana. Now, we were sitting out here for quite some time. There wasn't hardly any noise.
Oh, no.
And as soon as we started, there's someone, sounds like they're mowing the lawn, which is very difficult to believe because there is no grass here. The grass behind us is actually AstroTurf.
Literally, as soon as we turned the camera on.
Senator, please forgive any extra noise. It's certainly much more quiet than most London readings and New York.
It's Canto 4, Chapter 24, Text 45 and 46, because we're going to continue, because there's a very long purport, so we're continuing with this verse and purport.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
I'll just reread the verse and then I'll go to the paragraph where in the purport that we left off. So the verse is, the Lord's beauty resembles a dark cloud during the rainy season. As the rainfall glistens, his bodily features also glisten. Indeed, he is the sum total of all beauty. The Lord has 4 arms and an exquisitely beautiful face with eyes like lotus petals, a beautiful highly raised nose, a mind-attracting smile, a beautiful forehead, and equally beautiful and fully decorated ears. And then the paragraph which we are going to start from in the purport is, in his description of Krishna's beauty, Lord Shiva uses the words Chavayata Chato Bahu Sujata Ruchiranana, indicating the beautiful 4-armed form Narayan or Vishnu. Those who worship Lord Krishna describe him as Sujata Ruchira.
No.
So just something was moving, but I think it was a leaf. There's a leaf up there.
Read, please. It's okay. Bugs won't hurt us.
No, anyway, if you've got a phobia, it does. In the Vishnu Tattva, there are hundreds and thousands and millions of forms of the Supreme Lord. But of all these forms, the form of Krishna is the most beautiful. Thus, for those who worship Krishna, the word Sujata Ruchirananam is used. Nice, yeah. Krishna is the most beautiful form. So I think I have to agree with that as well. That's it.
Next paragraph. The 4 arms of Lord Vishnu have different purposes. The hands holding a lotus flower and conch shell are meant for the devotees, whereas the other 2 hands holding a disc and a mace or club are meant for the demons. Actually, all of the Lord's arms are auspicious, whether they are holding conch shells and flowers or clubs and discs. The demons killed by Lord Vishnu's chakra disc and club are elevated to the spiritual world, just like the devotees who are protected by the hands holding the lotus flower and the conch shell. However, the demons who are elevated to the spiritual world are situated in the impersonal Brahman effulgence, whereas the devotees are allowed to enter into the Vaikuntha planets. Those who are devotees of Lord Krishna are immediately elevated to the Goloka Vrindavan planet. So, in one sense, for followers of Krishna, which in general most all of us are, there's very little interest in the Vishnu form in the sense of attraction. Mostly our attraction is the two-armed, threefold bending form of Shyam Sundar. But interesting to hear how the conch shell and the lotus flower are for the devotees, and the disc and the mace are for the non-devotees. But all are auspicious, and even the demons who are killed by the Lord, they receive the benediction of liberation, but it's impersonal liberation into the Brahmajyoti.
Okay, next paragraph. The Lord's beauty is compared to rainfall, because when the rain falls in the rainy season, it becomes more and more pleasing to the people. After the scorching heat of the summer season, the people enjoy the rainy season very much. Indeed, they even come out of their doors in the village and enjoy the rainfall directly. Thus, the Lord's bodily features are compared to the clouds of the rainy season. My devotees enjoy the Lord's beauty because it is a collection of all kinds of beauties. Therefore, the word Sarva Sundarya Sangraham is used. No one can say that the body of the Lord is wanting in beautiful parts. It is completely Purnam. Everything is complete. God's creation, God's beauty, and God's bodily features. All these are so complete that all one's desires can become fully satisfied when one sees the beauty of the Lord. The word Sarva Sundaryam indicates that there are different types of beauties in the material and spiritual worlds, and that the Lord contains all of them. Both materialists and spiritualists can enjoy the beauty of the Lord. Because the Supreme Lord attracts everyone, including demons and devotees, materialists and spiritualists, he is called Krishna. Similarly, his devotees also attract everyone, as mentioned in the Sad Goswami Sutra, Dhira Dhira Gyana Priya. The Goswamis are equally dear to the Dhira devotees and Adhira demons. Lord Krishna was not very pleasing to the demons when he was present in Vrindavan, but the 6 Goswamis were pleasing to the demons when they were present in Vrindavan. That is the beauty of the Lord's dealings with his devotees. Sometimes the Lord gives more credit to his devotees than he takes for himself. For instance, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Lord Krishna fought simply by giving directions. Yet it was Arjuna who took the credit for fighting. Nimitta Mataram Bhava Sabyasachi. Oh, you, O Sabyasachi, Arjuna, can be but...
Hare Krishna. Haribol.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.
Sorry to bother you. It's just that the water guy is over there. Do you mind just letting him?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll go and get it now. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
They're just going to pause for 1 minute because someone's come, the waterman.
Hare Krishna, we're back again. So Jesse, the water guy, just showed up to change their water filter system. So sorry about the distraction.
Let me see. Everything was arranged by the Lord.
Can you go back and
read the whole thing?
No, Nimitta Matram Bhava Sabyasachi.
Yeah, it was Arjuna who took the credit for fighting. Nimitta Matram Bhava Sabyasachi. Oh, you Sabyasachi Arjuna.
You did it again.
I know, because I've got mild.
Okay, dyslexia.
Yeah, mild. That's actually why I did it. You, O Sabyasachi Arjuna, can be but an instrument in the fight. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, text 33. Everything was arranged by the Lord, but the credit of victory was given to Arjuna. Similarly, in the Krishna consciousness movement, everything is happening according to the predictions of Lord Chaitanya, but the credit goes to Lord Chaitanya's sincere servants. Thus the Lord is described here as Sarva Sundaryam Sangraham. yes. And I know, because what I was going to say, I forgot the point when we got interrupted, but let me see. Yeah, what I was going to say is how it's described here that Krishna isn't necessarily pleasing to the demons and the devotees. They don't attract everyone, but the Goswamis were equally dear to the devotees and the demons. They just stood out for me, and I was just thinking, like, yeah, there are, you can think of certain personalities and who maybe people like, I don't want to bow down to God, or I don't want to accept there's a God or this, but how do we first make connection through a person? As in, you know, someone gives you a book and you're convinced by the person to take it, so you go to the temple, someone's hanging around, hello, who are you, you know, someone may sit next to you during the class or the feast. And I was thinking that before we get to the point of surrender, or even being cool with bowing down in front of the deities and, you know, what's going on here, I'm not so sure when the curtains open or certain aspects of Krishna consciousness, but we are convinced by the personal interaction that we experience through devotees, or otherwise, as we were saying in the devotee care course. So that's why it's so important to be personal and to be sensitive, because otherwise it could actually drive you away as well, personal interaction. But in this instance, I was just thinking like that yeah, we make a friend and we think, oh, that one's nice, and they talk to me, and, you know, they notice me when they come to the temple for the Sunday feast class, whatever. So the devotee, regardless of where we're at, regardless of where the new person's at, who, I'm not saying they're demons in any way, but, you know, they go home and they have their fish and chips or their steak dinner or do whatever they need to do, and they may not be classed as Vaishnavas or devotees, as it were. Doesn't matter, but it's the person, the devotee, that connects both, you know?
Very nice point. Beautiful. Okay, I think we got time. I don't remember how much time is on before we stop. But, so now text 47 to 48. The Lord is super excellently beautiful on account of his open and merciful smile and his sidelong glance upon his devotees. His black hair is curly, and his garments waving in the wind appear like flying saffron pollen from lotus flowers. Beautiful description. His glittering earrings, shining helmets, bangles, garland, ankle bells, waist belt, and various other bodily ornaments combine with conch shell, disc, club, and lotus flower to increase the natural beauty of the Kaustubha pearl on his chest. Purport. The word prahasitapanga, referring to Krishna's smile and sidelong glances at his devotees, specifically applies to his dealings with the gopis. Krishna is always in a joking mood when he increases the feelings of conjugal ras in the hearts of the gopis. The conch shell, club, disc, and lotus flower can be either held in his hands or seen on the palms of his hands. According to the palmistry, the signs of a conch shell, club, lotus flower, and disc mark the palms of great personalities and especially indicate the supreme personality of Godhead. Okay, so this is interesting. So, beautiful description of Lord Vishnu and drawing special attention to his merciful smile and his sidelong glances, his curly hair, and then I like this, his waving cloth in the wind appears like saffron particles from lotus flowers. And then Srila Prabhupada highlights that the sidelong glances of Vishnu being referred to here are implicitly applied to or inferring Krishna and his sidelong glances to the gopis, which is wonderful. Then also this reference to the conch, disc, club, and lotus. Of course, they're all found on the feet of the Supreme Lord. And if you ever do japa meditation and you meditate on the lotus feet of the Lord, you can find the feet of Lord Nityananda, the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya, the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, and the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. And it shows all the different symbols, and you can meditate on those lotus feet and their symbols when chanting. But Prabhupada here is mentioning specifically that it can be found on the hands. Now, probably you won't find any on mine, but you definitely find them on someone who is very advanced or auspicious. For sure, there were some markings on Prabhupada, not because he's necessarily Krishna, but he's a pure devotee of the Lord. That's a little bit of a speculation. Please don't take that incorrectly. I'm not trying to say Prabhupada is Krishna or God like that. Read one more thing.
Okay. Text 49. The Lord has shoulders just like a lion's. Upon these shoulders are garlands, necklaces, and epaulets, and all of these are always glittering. Besides these, there is the beauty of the Kaustubha money pearl, and on the dark chest of the Lord there are streaks named Shrivats, which are signs of the goddess of fortune. The glittering of these streaks excels the beauty of the golden streaks on a gold testing stone. Indeed, such beauty defeats a gold testing stone. Oh, Paul, the curling hair on the shoulders of a lion always appears very, very beautiful. Well, depends where you are in relation to the lion, to be honest with you. Like behind an electric fence. Similarly, the shoulders of the Lord were just like a lion's, and the necklace and garlands, along with the Kaustubha pearl necklace, combine to excel the beauty of a lion. The chest of the Lord is streaked with Shrivats lines, the sign of the goddess of fortune. Consequently, the Lord's chest excels the beauty of the testing stone of gold, the black siliceous stone on which gold is rubbed to test its value always looks very beautiful, being streaked with gold lines. Yet the chest of the Lord excels even such a stone in its beauty. Such nice description, physical descriptions of the Lord, isn't it? To meditate on. I like hearing about Krishna's hair. It's something I've always been attracted to. I think I shared it before, many vlogs ago. One of the first things I did when I got Brahmin, when I went on the altar in ISKCON London, was to sneak up to, I was allowed to go on the altar, only just sneak on the altar, but when I was on the altar, was to have a little touch of Krishna's hair. I used to do that, and I told my friend, she told me, oh, so you're supposed to touch his feet, why are you touching his hair? So then, because I'm a bit silly, I did touch his feet, but I used to tickle it to see if it moved. It never did. I used to regularly tickle London Shirt's feet and then touch his hair. Anyway, Hare Krishna.
Okay, beautiful. All right, thank you all very much. Remember to tickle Krishna's feet and touch his hair. And yeah, we'll see you next time. And probably next reading, well, maybe around here in Phoenix, but we're also going after this to Sedona and possibly another trip to the Grand Canyon. So let's see if we can get a reading in there. Take care. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.